The 2025 Mercedes GLS 450 in a 4MATIC SUV. This is the base entry GLS. We're going to go ahead and talk about this here at Vagabond Builds. Just don't forget to like and subscribe. We truly need it and appreciate it, so thank you. And also, let's not waste your guys' time, but a quick shout out to Envision Motors here in Rocklin, California, right outside Sacramento, for providing this beautiful GLS 450 for this walk around review, as well as if you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us and we'll talk details later. So let's talk about the GLS 450. Now, we do know that GLS has pretty much 4 trims. GLS 450 being the base or level entry. Then you have the 580, then you have the GLS 63, and then you got the Maybach 600, which is the more beautiful horse in the barn. And we ain't got pockets for that thing. All right, and we can't even get our hands on that. But again, the 450 comes with the 3.0 liter 6 inline turbo engine, and I have to say I love the European 6 inline engines. They withhold the test of time and they are unbreakable. I love them, and I've been a fan of them since the early probably even the 90s, honestly. They got just great engines, and probably even prior to that. I just say the 90s because I was born in the 90s. But you have 375 horsepower on this engine, 369 pounds-feet of torque. MPG is 19 city, 25 highway with 23.8 gallon gas tank size. Now, it does come 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. It does have the 4MATIC all-wheel drive, as I mentioned to you guys at the beginning of the video. 205 inches in length, 72 inches in width, 80 inches in height with a 123-inch wheelbase, everyone. Now, a little bit about the GLS. Well, they do come standard with the beautiful luxury design of Mercedes corporate. We have LED projector headlights here in the front, blacked out housing. We actually left the hazards on so you guys get an idea of what it looks like when the hazards are on, but they literally look like some transformer headlights is what I think. That front grille does come chrome black, and I want to mention that this does come with a night package which blacks out everything around the car, and it also comes with the AMG line package on top. Okay, so coming lower on that front grille, a 360 panoramic camera. Going across, we got, again, high gloss or piano black trim all across this front end. We also have some matte black plastic bezeling here, and the lower grille is matte black plastic, as well as we got bumper sensors going across here, in here, and on that side as well. On the corner of the bumper fascias, we have some live air vents here that actually allow air to follow through to the wheel area, which brings us over to the passenger side. And if anybody would like to know, this exterior paint color is the Alpine Gray. We do see a big movement on the market with these type of pastel colors. Just phenomenal look on this GLS. That's why we actually picked it, so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like on it. But let's talk some tires, rims, suspensions. On the rubbers themselves, what are we running? We're running some Continental Eco contacts, and the size of it is a 285/45/22. These are AMG upgraded rims, so you might not see this on different GLSs without the upgrade, okay? A machine surface silver on the front, high gloss black interior with AMG engraved into the rim. We have the drilled rotors. Over to the suspension, GLS does come standard air ride suspension. Side mirror does come blacked out as well with the integrated blinker lighting. 360 panoramic camera, and we also have blind spot assist and automatic foldable side mirrors. Again, around the windows, more piano black trim, smart access keyless fob entry on the door handles, and that is all 4 two-tone chrome on top, and you have the Alpine Gray on the bottom of the handle. Rocker panel trim, I like to point that out, is because you'll see that on a lot of manufacturers where they won't come painted. It's matte black plastic on their SUVs, but here you have the luxury and the beautiful rich feel of the Mercedes, painting their trims all around the car. Over to the rear end, let's go ahead and show you guys what the lid looks like. You still have a cap here. Roof rails going across, and we'll show you the panoramic glass that's up top inside the vehicle. Over to the rear end, we got a spoiler up top with the integrated brake light, privacy glass, and a wiper. GLS 450 on the left, 4MATIC on the right, LED headlights with the hazards being left on, as well as being full LED across the taillights. Sorry, I said headlights, taillights. And backup camera right over that Envision Motors license plate. This actually will pop out when you're backing up, and then it'll pop in when you're not using that backup camera. A chrome scuff plate dropping down, bumper sensors going across, matte black plastic trim here with high gloss black rear trim near that lower end area. We have the fake exhaust tips on the right and on the left, and the exhaust is tucked under the vehicle. So I kind of probably would like to see Mercedes actually make the exhaust tips go through the back. But again, it all comes down to preference. Some people might like that, you know, when they're putting things in the car and the car is on, that they're not getting exhaust fumes on their clothing. Let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and talk some cargo. Now, cargo area with the third row seats up, everybody, is 17 cubic feet of space. Third row seats down, 49 cubic feet of space. And then third and second row seats, 85 cubic feet of space. Let's go ahead and measure that. You have an electric control unit here to actually control the third row and second row drop. You could actually pick up the third row electrically. So let's go ahead and measure real quick. So 22 inches from third row back to the plastic paneling. Behind that second row, again, depending on exactly where your seat is going to be placed, 52 inches there. And we come over to the width, 48 inches, which is about 4 feet. And let's go ahead and go all the way over to the center console area. The back of that center console is about 81 inches to that plastic paneling, okay? So that's almost 7 feet long. Height, about 33 inches to be able to fit stuff in here, all right? So further, we have the control unit, the 12-volt outlet here, as well as a second row control unit, and we can go ahead and back that up and place that seat forward. There you go. I just wanted to show you guys what it can do. You actually don't have to hold the button. But now that we're done talking about the powertrain of the GLS 450, exterior and cargo, let's show you one more thing. We're going to jump inside the vehicle. So we have a spare tire situation going on. Shout out to Mercedes for keeping their spare tires and some more personal cubby room. Now that we're done, let's shoot over to the interior. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now let's talk about the interior. Well, before coming inside, I want to mention that this does have the option of the soft closing doors. All right, that's something that's added on. As well as, let's show you guys the illuminated door sill plates. That does come with the ambient lighting system. In front, passenger seat is black perforated. You get heated and ventilated seats in the GLS 450. And you get the plush yet sporty design inside the Mercedes. In front, we get the piano black trim going across, as well as the ambient lighting going across the door panels, the dashboards, under the seats, on the center console. A lot of ambient lighting. You can change the color as well, which brings us over to the infotainment screen. Now, love their interface, pretty responsive when we're messing around with the interface. No lagging is what we saw. I wanted to show you guys a few things. First, the navigation. This is what their navigation looks like. Like the interface, does feel rich on the navigation. We have smartphone integration as well as Bluetooth in the Sirius XM radio. And we wanted to show you guys also the backup cameras, the 360 and the bird's eye view. Just a great look. You can change the angles on this as well. All right. We also wanted to show you a little bit about the modes. The modes of the vehicle, you could go off-roading with the modes and set that into that, as well as messing around with this dynamic button. You can go into individual, sport, comfort, eco, and again, off-road. We'll leave it back into comfort. Now, dropping down, we have 4 air vents here. You can I actually like this because you actually can personalize for the passenger and the back second row seats. Even though it's a quad zone climate control vehicle, you can still get that to go towards the back. Lower than those vents, we have the hard buttons for your dual climate control system here, as well as wireless charging pad, USB-C plugins, 2 big cup holders with ambient lighting here. This is what your key fob looks like for the GLS 450. I have also a pad here with hard buttons to control that infotainment screen. So you're going to press that camera button just like that. You also can press the navigation button using that, and you also have a palm positioner here, or whatever you want to call those. More about this is that you also, on that standard air ride suspension, this is the way you're going to control the height of that ground clearance. Moving forward, USB-C plug-in here, and then cup holders there on the back for that second row seat. Up top, electric visor with that tilt slide panoramic glass. I wanted to show you guys that as well. Huge. Look at that first tilt slide. That thing is massive. Actually, is it? Yep. Look how big this thing is, honestly. Huge, all right? And I think that would increase the experience of driving this beautiful car around. Now, in front of that, we have a frameless rear view mirror with garage door openers coming over to the steering wheel area, leather wrapped, as well as more piano black trim going across the steering wheel. On the right-hand side of the steering wheel, a lot going on. We have our phone controls, our voice controls, also our media controls, and to mess around with that infotainment screen here on the right. On the left-hand side, we have the cruise control, as well as the crash warnings, and to mess around with that cluster here on the left side of the steering wheel, we can go ahead and change the themes, okay? We're just gonna show you guys what one theme looks like. You can make it navigation, which is very cool. You don't have to look away. Go back to the classic, okay? Up top, we got heads-up display. On the left-hand side of the steering column, which is electric-controlled steering column, we have the lighting situation going on for the front headlights and taillights, parking brake button. Further left, over to the door panel, we got the heated and ventilated seats on the door panels themselves, the premium sound system, ambient lighting, as well as little spotlights there for your handles so you're not losing your spot on where your handle's at. Memory seating with the controls to the seats on the door panel, as well as controls to your window switches and side mirror switches and a tailgate lift button. Just so much going on inside this vehicle, honestly. You're getting a lot of car for that $100,000. In front, we're done. Let's show you second and third row seating. Now second row in the GLS 450, 6 passengers, 2 captain chairs here in the middle, car seat compatibility with your armrest here in the aisleway. I see you'd probably be using this aisleway quite a bit, getting over to the third row passenger. These seats do come with quad zone climate control here in the center. Now the way to control that is we press that button on, you get your air vents, and each side does get its airflow, okay? You also have air vents up top. Dropping lower than that, we have some lighting, ambient lighting, as well as your USB-C plugins and a little cubby room there. On the right and the left-hand side, you get the hard backs on the front seats with the ambient lighting, piano black trim to match the front, as well as pockets for your personal belongings. On the door panels, you're gonna control these captain chairs as well with these buttons on the door panels, same as the front here in the second row. You also have ambient lighting, and you also have air vents on the B pillars as well. So you're getting a lot of airflow back here. Up top, snap panel with your reading light right over your head and your panoramic glass over to the second row seating. Only one bunny hopping opportunity that you get with regards to the second row passenger is on the passenger. There's a button here that bunny hops the seat forward, as well as a red belt here to drop that backrest down. All right, if you wanted to move this seat forward and back, you'd be using the controls there as well as controlling that backrest as well. So let's go ahead and bunny hop and get over to the third row passenger. You press it once, you don't have to hold it. But if you're going back, you got to hold that button to bring that bunny hop option back into its original position. Now we're back here. So it is kind of feeling slightly tight back here, as we know. Oh, let's go ahead and lift that. There you go. It's feeling slightly tight. Okay, so I'm about 6 feet 2 inches to put things into perspective for you guys. My leg clearance is touching the back of that second row, and head clearance is there. All right, so you got the head clearance back here. Reading lights here in the center. 2 USB-C plugins on each side with a cup holder. So no one's fighting for cell phone charging inside this vehicle. Now, guys, what do you guys think? Is $101,000 total MSRP price with everything added on top? Here's the MSRP sticker. Is it worth it? Hopefully you guys found this video helpful at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We truly need and appreciate your guys' support here at our channel. Thank you and God bless. Check out our other car reviews.